In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to use formatting text. So Microsoft Office comes with built-in fonts. These are complete sets of characters in a specific style and size. And there are several basic categories of fonts. The first is a serif font, and these are easier to read. They are used for document text. And you can tell by a serif font it has little feet on it. So I'm going to look to see this one here. If you look, I'm going to redo that. If you take a close look at this font, it has little tiny feet on it. And so you would typically see this in body text in novels and textbooks. There's also what's called a sans serif font, and that's a font without feet, sans serif, sans meaning without. So if you take a look at this font here, this is Comic Sans, again sans being without. So you can take a look, and it doesn't have the same feet as this previous font here. And then you have what's called a script font. So I'm just going to show you what a script font looks like. It basically is there to mimic handwriting. So this is one of my favorite script fonts. This is Script MT Bold. And again, it just looks like handwriting. So you would use these different types of fonts in different ways. Again, this is better as a body font. The sans serif is better as a heading, or if you're going to be making signs, or even in a PowerPoint presentation, it might be easier to read a sans serif font. And in this decorative font, maybe for a newsletter or something like that, where you have some headings or something like that you want to make it look fancy. Whenever you open up a document in Word, the default font is actually called Calibri Body Font, and this is an example of it. So if you want to change that font, again, you go to the font drop-down list here, and you can highlight any of these different fonts here and see a sample of your work while you're working. I'll show you a better example of a document. So if I wanted to select the whole document, I'm going to go up to the select button here, click down, and click select all. And then I'll go back up to my font menu, and then I can actually see in real time what my document's going to look like. It's actually better, it's more efficient to format your document after you've typed it all and figured out what you want in your document first, and then formatting should be the end part of your document. So you can scroll over and you can choose which style you want, and that style really does change the tone of the document and whether or not you want it to look professional or a little bit more decorative. Now there's a couple of ways of changing the font size. So if, for example, you wanted to do a heading and you wanted that heading to be a bit larger, you can either go up to Grow Font, or you can change the font size here. And again, the smaller the number is, the smaller the font, the larger the number is, the larger the font. You can also change the font color. So if I was to select the font here, or select the text I want, and I can go up to the font color button here, and I can choose this drop down arrow, and I can change the font color to whatever font color I want. Sometimes you might want to bold your text, so you can select it again and just click on this button here. This is the bold button. Or again, you can choose italicized or underline.